There's Jancer. Welcome back. Last night was officially the first night of plugging stuff in. Yep. We were proposed -3. I think we got to about -4 was the wettest it got here. Yeah, I don't know if there's much in the way of ice. But for that kind of because it's only from about the wee hours, like 3-4 in the morning, through till daybreak is the coldest point of the morning. Hey boys, big pudding pop. So yeah, we had to plug the equipment in because old iron, it don't like starting in the cold. And I already had to use ether on that yesterday at -1 because he wasn't wanting to start. See how bad we've got to with net wrap so far. That's not too bad. Got about 40 loads, 50 loads out so far. Yeah, not too shabby. Anyway, we got a better day. I gotta fill this up with motion potion. And yes, take the PTO off. I was watching some of the old YouTubes at lunchtime. One of my favorite channels is that Ranch and Sodak. Another channel is a non-cattle channel, Larson Farms. And it's funny because they were talking about, well, Matt over at Ranching Sodak, hey Matt, they were talking about how bountiful their harvest per se, so fodder crop forages were this year because they had 20 plus inches of rain, which is slightly above what their annual rainfall is supposed to be. That's roughly same here, slightly above what our annual rainfall, because I think our annual rainfall is supposed to be about 19 inches for the growing season. And then Larson Farm said they've had way higher than normal rains, average, should I say, not normal, because gosh knows what normal is. So they've had, I think Douglas said they've had 25 to 35 inches of rain this growing season. And yeah, they are particularly sticky. And it's just ironic thinking. As of yet, we are barely scraping by 7 inches of moisture on the whole year. Now, that is way better than a lot of places that I've mentioned in previous videos. But what a lot of people don't realize is this is the third drought in 5 years we've had. So whatever aquifer moisture and subsoil moisture there is in the ground and in the soil layers, we're getting low. We're getting pretty low. Yes, I have to do this to go into the PTO shaft. So basically, we are dependent on mostly for our forages on I gotta use both hands for that, on snowfall, because that's where the majority of our moisture, subsoil moisture, will come from, is that slow release moisture in the spring. And then we get a little bit of rain in the spring, and then that gets everything going. And then second cut, July onwards, relies on what's down there, because nothing's coming from up there. So yeah, we are just squeaking by. And that's where you go up and down, where some years, some places don't get the moisture, some years they do get the moisture, and it's, you kind of play that game. But this last 5 years has been particularly shady. Now I think over the next 12 months our plan is to drop 5 more numbers from our herd going forward to get us to that magic 100 cow-calf pairs, which is enough for me and the boss lady to do, because it's pretty much us by ourselves most days. A lot of the days it's just me, and then when we need to do processing and stuff, the kids will come and help. And yes, we do have a couple of neighbors, like our neighbor man. Hey neighbor man, up the road there, he'll come at the drop of a hat, basically. Just like the time he rescued me when the dually was on fire over at Rivers. He came and got me because everybody was out of town. So yeah, just a show. And maybe if I put a picture in, and that'll show you what's happened to the alfalfa just over the last couple of days. Like this morning was a hard frost, so that'll be the killing frost, I would imagine, because all the alfalfa is all like you'll see in the picture. So I'll wait for a few days to get that cut. So I'm hoping to get that stuff baled up here this week, because they're calling for crappy weather right soon. So anyway, I'll better get this done. Feeding. Come on, girlies. You follow me. You don't be looking at that gate. They're on the wrong side of the fence, though. How are you doing, sweetie? I think you're a long way from home. You're alright. I'm not here to chase you. I'm gonna tell your daddy where you are, though. Yeah. It's alright. I'll leave you be. I'll text your daddy. I just heard from Connor. That's Connor's place in there. Apparently he's not here right now, but I messaged his dad. Fun fact, I was in a pipe band with Connor's dad, Brian. Brian's a drummer in a pipe band. She is somewhere behind those bushes there. I didn't chase her. I just came around the corner to make sure there wasn't any more of them, and messaged Connor and Brian, and next thing she came out round here, man, her ears are perked. And Connor said, yep, that's our fence jumper. So that's one of those animals you might want to keep in the corrals till the end of the year. She was in here, which is not hurting anything. That's the issue with, I'm gonna try and get this baled up. That's the issue with me not having a fence around this field anymore. Any animals can come in here, but I'm not worried. I'm gonna poke in here and see what this stuff looks like. So it's these green stems that I was worried about, but they're crispy now. So I'll go get the wheels. Sorry. Go get the wheels exchanged for old Tango Turd, and then we'll get the baler fired up. Oh, it'd be nice to get this job off the docket. Because between poop, spreading, fence posts, water troughs, pardon me, oh, and getting shale into the corrals. But I'm trying to organize them into timelines. Because according to last year's calendar, 2 months from now, exactly. So right at the start, right at the start of December, what was it? December 11th, we had -32. So Yeah, that's a tough one. It's so wrinkly and so ugly. Ooh, it's so pretty and so young and new. 4Runner. So, I love it that it's got arrows on it. That's funny. Yeah, for the money, they look like damn fine tires to me. So yeah, Dennis, the lads, went over and checked all these spots. And a couple of ones where they redid some welds. Outside of that, business as usual. So I'm gonna go drop this off and have them switch the tires out. And then the next, I'll join you to move the cows. So I think 2 years back to back of poop spreading in this field has really helped it come back. Now yes, I had talked about getting this field plowed up by the end of this year, but I think just with the drought and then getting away for a couple of weeks, it just kind of put a lot of projects behind it. But you did get to see the big orange lawn ornament up and running, so at least that's a step in the right direction. So I gotta go, and why is that gate sitting open? Oh yeah, it's not open, it's actually latched. I'm gonna go set this gate up and then I'm gonna go and break the girls down. My babies. Hi Felicia, you coming for a walk, babies? Okay. Everybody get your partners. You hold hands. Oh, there's Electra. There's a Tippy. No, that's Electra. Come on, babies. Here's our little random grouping of evergreens that don't stay green forever. They actually lose their pine needles in winter time. Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one because we ordered a bunch of trees for a shelter built. They're the only ones that survived. We've planted this shelter twice now. And thanks to the critters, not many survive. Except those things. Come on, babies! So yeah, this fence will be one of the ones that gets updated completely by next year. It does have the dip-to-do wire on it, which has been a huge turnaround. Because the last time the girls were in here, the calves didn't go through that fence, which is huge. Come on, babies! I'm gonna film you guys because you're acting crazy. Mrs. Piper doesn't believe me. It's JJ. I'm crazy. There's a lot of them. Oh, someone figured out the gate's open. Come on, babies! Is that the Bowsers? That's my Bowie. Your limp has finally come. Twice you got a limp. Now you're strutting it like you're on a catwalk. Beautiful girl. Yeah, we do have ropes here. So, hey Bowsers. Come on! Hey girl. Easy. I think it's Casper. Hey JJ. Joker. Birthday. Hey mamas. Oh, you're not going through? It's all fresh. What are you doing? Come on, babies. Hey, NJ. Hi, Miss Lily. Hi, Miss Lily. Okay. You are nutso. Look at this. It's the land of milk and honey. Yeah, racer, look. You don't need to be going back up to the yard just yet. It's to be 20 degrees today, JJ. That squirts already. Hey? Hey, babies. Now you get the notion. I'll get out of the way. Come on, babies. You still got that one lane back there. Hey, squeakers. Gotcha. No, they look good. Oh, there's Miss Queen. Hi, Miss Queen Bee. Do I get love today? Nope, I got the end of the tail. That was it. That's it. And then you go and poop right on the fresh grass. I'll never understand that. So that's that cab with that twisted foot that we saw in one of the last videos. Miss Felicia, you're one of the first ones to the gate and you're one of the last ones through. I have no idea what we're doing. Coming back. Something just flew in my mouth there. Anyway, that's it. That's the move. I don't know why they're not very happy, but anyway. Now, if I get real high tech, try and find out what video it is from the end of July. Dang it, they've not some tubs in the water. Where this is bone dry. Now the water is running quite well. And salt block sitting right in the water. Awesome. So, see somebody's lit a fire. And as you can hear, it's quite a windy day. Okay, so I am going to shut this gate. Because these guys can be down here for now. And they can migrate north and south. And then after a few days, I'm not sure how long, we will then run them back kitty cat to this paddock, back and forward. And that should get us to the middle of the month where we start supplement feeding. So, okay, I'm gonna close this and get back to work. You can just barely see them hitting over the horizon. I don't know what clicked in them. All of a sudden, they just all turned and burned. Good. Silly buggers. I got the roam of the place, so like I said, this will be the cleanup down there. So I'm strongly doubting I can get a week out of that south part of the farm, but we'll see how it does. Fingers crossed we don't have any lawbreakers, but when you do get some, that's usually your indication that you're out of grub. Like I said, we'll bring them up in here, and there'll be a couple of days of cleanup in here as well. So, okay, let's go baling. Woohoo! Well, it's a bit of a learning curve for me. Because the one thing I've found out that I can't just go flying along the road picking this up, because it's liking to push it, making great bales, but every so often it'll just start pushing the swath along the ground. That's weird. Like the most confettied wheat straw wouldn't do that, but this stuff, very weird. And yeah, if it gets to 70 inch, the alarm goes off. Like I said, it's making good bales though. It's just gonna take a while. Bit of a bugger. I'm actually going into gear lower than when I'm baling alfalfa. Peculiar. Gotta make sure it starts coring or it just turns into shrapnel. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like the wind roller is doing more damage than helping. And it's not like you can just pull a couple of pins and take that thing off. Yeah, oh well. Just did my first round around the field. I've never been in this field before, even though it's a neighbor to us. At one point we tried to buy this field when the last owner was selling it. And then the owner before that was selling it. And we were not successful. Yeah, like I said, it's making great bales though. Okay, I'll keep going. Well, billy goats. There, it's the little stub chain that's on the left-hand side, the driver's side, and it's in behind the big belt drive. This is the, what would you call it, the gearbox to the header drive. That's that chain. I don't know whether, I know, sorry about this. I know I've seen a fair amount of stones, and I've heard a few getting tinged around the mega wide cross auger, so I'm thinking that's probably what's caused this. I don't think that's on a connecting link either. It might be. I haven't actually had a good look at it yet, but all I know is I need to go fix it. Yeah. So let's go do that. Back at her. And I gotta remember, you all need to remind me. You need to remind me. The big heavy link. What is that? 60? 60 chain that's on the side of the bale there. I think I only have one link left. Joiner link. Thanks, bale. Problem is following a combine that's driven by a combine driver that's never baled, because he likes to zigzag. And you all know how the back end of a combine likes to whip and not nay-nay. So yeah, going in around all these is fun. Nice thing is I can keep an eye on the cows down in the south farm right now. I can see them down on top of the hill. They're probably playing on that big manure pile that I dropped down there. I was hauling at the dump trailer. The calves will be digging around, climbing on it, no doubt. Another lovely bale. And I did not realize, but we used to be bidding on this field. We were, uh-oh, this is what I'm talking about. Every so often, it'll choke itself. And then off you go. It's bizarre. I don't know whether maybe baling at night may be the better bet. Because this stuff, it's waiting for that green stuff to dry out, and now the stuff that was dry before is just crunching up. Anyway, squirrel, I did not realize how much of this field was slough, like major slough. All the way up through the middle of the field there's a whole bunch of potholes. Now, they have pushed all the trees and bush, but I don't know what they're going to do with all that. Like, there must be 20 acres of it. We wondered when we looked at the satellite imagery of the field how bad it was, but oh, I don't know what his plan is to get all this. Like, there is a ravine over there that goes down through our field. A lot of this probably would get over there if they could trench it out, but man, talk about a lot of work. Yeah, like there's a lot of, I'm doing a lot of in and outing. I see some rocks. Yeah. The problem with this, because up at their farm, same as here, they've been doing a lot of bush pushing, and they've got a lot of rocks unearthed, and I think that's what caused that chain to snap. He did send me a pin, but I'm hoping he's going to come back out. Look at that! Woo! That'll ruin your day. Nice little pebble. Anyway, get going. Wow. We're up at the north end here, and there's this strip before we get to Charlton's Canola. There's a strip here, and it's just absolutely like, my gosh, there must be close to 30, 35 acres. Yeah, I did not realize it was this messed up in the middle. Yikes. This would make great hay and pasture, which is what us and the Englishes who were bidding on it one of the first times, why we were wanting it. I'm glad we didn't get it though. Phoenix, no. You're not going in there. Get the size of this. She's a first-time calver. She's almost 2 years old. But the problem is the 5 of them in here that are the heifers to the bull, they can squeeze through this granary door. And they get in there and they steal from these calvies. Look at you. You're a big chunker. And that's your mama right across the road there with the white face. Ghosty? Phoenix. And yes, it's hereditary, short ears. No, not really. It's probably the same reason why they have short ears. I just don't remember why Ghosty lost her ears. Probably exactly the same as Baby, but Phoenix is the miracle girl because she's the one that was frozen to the ground 2 years ago. She was maybe 5 minutes away from not being around, and we pumped her full of painkillers and all the good ways to warm up a baby, and here she is, one of our best heifers. Look at that for a line. She's an absolute stunner, just like her mama. And she knows it. She's just waiting until I finally give up, and I will. I'm just giving these guys a head start. So. You guys done? Because I'm letting her in. There's Chancer. There's only 6 in here today. The other ones didn't want to go. Okay, you can have at her. I'm away. Oh, you actually waited 3 seconds. What's this? Squeeze! Anyway. Another end of another day. So there's still some combines rolling. I know hunters are right over here doing canola. So just put a brand new roll of knits wrap in. We're at 50 bales now, so I think it would be fair enough to say we're probably going to squeeze about, at least 300 bales off of that field, which is good, because we have enough straw for the year, for the winter, but I do much like having extra bales around for windbreaks and such. That way, if we end up switching all the bales that are straw, cereal straw, that are windbreaks right now, that way we can use them, get all the old bales used up. And we have 3-year-old oat straw, which I'm probably going to start using as complementary bales to the end of fall bale grazing that we're going to be doing. So they're the ones sitting by the water trough at the lagoon there. So we're going to get out here and try and get some of this canola straw baled up, yeah? And I just messaged Connor again. Couple of little cretins in here, and there's a couple of little babbies right here. These are small. These are summer babies. They're not, as long as nobody runs over them, because that's a little one. Oof. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to baling. Hoi, that's enough for tonight. did I say we're at? Just shy of 150 bales done so far. I think that's just past a third done. So it'll yield pretty good for canola straw. Like I said, these bales will mostly be used for windbreaks rather than bedding, so good enough, good enough. I don't see any little babies out there in the hay. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Quick question before I pop off, something weird. So we do still have some hay to cut. I'm hoping to get to it. It's not emergency if we don't, but I'd like to try and get it. I know there's stuff in the south field. It'll be ready for baling here right away, so I need to get it raked. I just want to flip them over because it being very thin, the two little strips left behind the rake are kind of hard to bale up. They make those weird shaped bales. So I think I'll just rake them, flip them, get them nice and dry, and then that'll push them together. Anyway, so what is everybody's recommendations on the alfalfa? How long should I leave it after that killing frost before I cut it? Because I know there's rules to that. So, comments below. How long should I wait? How many days? Because I know there's something about toxicity, nitrogen, something or other. So I'm gonna head home. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe, all that other stuff. We will see you right back here on Sunday morning. Hopefully we'll get all that straw baled, and then we'll maybe sweet talk Liam into coming out and grouping them, maybe even hauling them back to the yard. But I don't want to haul them into the yard until I have the spaces open up where they go, and that's not ready yet. But even if he groups them together, that'll be good. So that would let the renter get his fall work, disking and ripping up all the low spots, get that all done. So what else? Poop spread. Back to poop spread. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get the other new tire, because I dropped that rim off, so we'll have the two new front boots on the old Tango turd. Yeah, whole new lease on life. Thanks for watching, everybody.